the cloud. I can't believe it. I remembered. Okay. Okay, share. And then I've got to hit those. Share sound, share, optimize for video. Okay, got it. I'm very good. Okay, get rid of this. Get rid of that. Okay, doing good. Okay. So my favorite, I'll explain what a laundry list song. Okay, it's a list of things that ends like I wish you love is a laundry list song. I wish you bluebirds in the spring. I wish you lemonade, you know, all that stuff. And laundry list songs are really, I call it the songwriter's best friend. Because if you get a good title and a good laundry list, the song is pretty easy to write. Anyway, so this is my favorite laundry list song, and it's called Rhode Island is Famous for You.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, and it's written by Dietz Schwartz, who also wrote Singing in the Rain, Haunted Heart, and it's really kooky, you know, and Blossom Dearie used to do it, and who else is that? John Pizzarelli. It's really a cute song. So, okay. See, it comes up Island. Where Island is famous for you. But we're going to hear that young boy singer, Mark Winkler.
I like him.
Oh, you like him? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. So, 7 years ago. Time passes, man.
Nobody wants a stained,
hear
dirty
it?
toilet.
Ugh.
Yeah, let's
Yes.
Cleaning products.
Copper comes from Arizona, peaches come from Georgia, and lobsters come from Maine. The wheat fields are the sweet fields of Nebraska, and Kansas gets bonanzas from the grain. Old whiskey comes from old Kentucky. Ain't the country lucky? New Jersey gives us glue. And you come from Rhode Island, and little old Rhode Island is famous for you. Cotton comes from Louisiana, gophers from Montana, and spuds from Idaho. They plow land in the cowland of Missouri, where most beef meant for roast beef seem to grow. Grand Canyons come from Colorado, gold comes from Nevada, divorces also do. And you come from Rhode Island, and little old Rhode Island is famous for you. Ba-doo, 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 ba-doo. Thank you. Pencils come from Pennsylvania, vests from West Virginia, and tents from Tennessee. They know mink where they grow mink in Wyoming, and a camp chair in New Hampshire that's for me. Meaty mighty minnows come from Minnesota. Coats come from Dakota. Why should you be blue? 'Cause you come from Rhode Island. Don't let them ride Rhode Island. It's famous for you. 'Cause you come from Rhode Island. Don't let them ride Rhode Island. It's famous for you. Thank you.
Okay. Let's get the lyrics. So it's a list of things. In this instance, it's states and what they produce. So Rhode Island is famous. Okay. Oh, I wish I could make that bigger. Okay. So the other cool thing about this song, Mickey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. So Arizona, Georgia, okay, wait a minute, Nebraska, wait, where is it? Kentucky, Lucky, it's got a lot of double rhymes. Louisiana, Tana, so that's all cute too. And then it's got a lot of these inner rhymes where most beef meant for roast beef. So that's a double rhyme, most beef, roast beef. See? So it's, and then there's Grand Canyons come from Colorado, and that's alliteration, canyons in Colorado. So it's got a lot of craft in there. So any questions, thoughts?
I have a question for you. The Waters of March.
Yes, that's a big laundry list song.
Is that a laundry list
Oh
song?
yeah,
Okay.
one of my
Okay.
favorites. Yeah, I wish I
It
could
goes
sing
on and
it.
on. There's so many things in it. It's just it's a fascinating song to me.
Yeah, it's great. There's too many lyrics for me to memorize though, so I never do it. But I love the song. Anybody here does anybody do the Waters of March? Show me. Susan,
No.
have you memorized the lyrics? No, it's tough. Yeah. Okay. So laundry list songs. Okay, I'm going to give you some more. You're the Top by Cole Porter. Better Than Anything that Bob Dorough does. My Favorite Things, Girls in White Satin, and I don't know, whatever the lyric is. Do Re Mi. Then there's the I'm Hip, which is a great laundry list song.
Love that.
Yeah, great song. Well, that's it. There's more. I Wish You Love. I love laundry list songs. So Megan, hi. Do you know are you pretty clear on laundry list songs? Okay, good. Anybody not clear?
I want to add one. I've got
please.
just about everything I need.
Who wrote that one? I know
Bob
it.
Dorough.
Oh yeah.
And one of my favorites is These Foolish Things.
Oh yeah. A telephone. Da, 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 da. Okay. Anybody else? Roger, what laundry list song do you like?
Rhode Island is famous for you.
Oh yeah. You and I
I'm
share.
scrambling. There's so many good ones. Yeah.
Is your song Here in Rome a laundry list song? I can't. No.
Maybe not. I guess
No.
not. No.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes in a song, you can make one section a laundry list. You don't have to make every section a laundry list. Like there's famous laundry list songs in pop music. And I'm thinking of, there's this wonderful song that I teach in my class by Tim McGraw called Live Like You're Dying. And just the chorus is the laundry list. It's like a bucket list of a guy who's dying. So the chorus is a laundry list. And sometimes the pre-chorus could be a laundry list, or the bridge could be a laundry list. So it doesn't have.
Maybe, oh, sorry to interrupt. When in Rome, was that maybe a laundry list?
Yeah.
Cy Coleman?
Yeah, no,
No, okay.
no, I don't think it, I'm not sure. No, I don't think so. But, okay, Susan, what?
Better Than Anything.
Oh, yeah.
I reworked that one during pandemic to what it was like to be in our house. It was really a joy to rework it for the scene we were in.
Cool. Yeah, I rewrote Better Than Anything, and it's on my album Old Friends with David Benoit. And I rewrote some of it. It's fun. So that's what I want your homework to be this week. I want you to take, there's a chapter in my book called, what is it called? Let's see. Laundry List Songs. So read that. I think there's some fun things. It's the Lovely is also a laundry list song. Brush Up on Your Shakespeare is a laundry list song. Mixtape from Avenue Q. Seasons of Love from Rent. Lots of, oh, here's some Disney class. Bare Necessities is a laundry list song. Under the Sea. Blowing in the Wind, Forever Young by Dylan. It's all over music, pop music. Country music, they just love laundry list songs. I love laundry list songs. I have to stop myself from writing laundry list songs. They're so much fun to write. So you could do a rewrite Better Than Anything, unless you're Susan and you've already written it. But I'll give it to you if you want to, Or here's my, if you want to get a gold star, do You're the Top by Cole Porter. It's got a pretty complicated rhyme scheme, which is detailed in my book. So rewrite at least an A or couple of A's on You're the Top. If you really, really want to be, and I think Roger did it, I'm Here by Stephen Sondheim is a great laundry list song. These Foolish Things, you could do that. I Wish You Love. Pick one of those. Okay. Lazy Afternoon is a great laundry list song. Okay. So that's your homework for next week. Okay. Any questions about laundry list songs? No? Okay, good. I love laundry list songs. Okay, let's do homework. So, Mickey, we're going to start with you.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Because I want to get my share out of the way. See, I'm selfish.
Can I ask a question while you're queuing up, Mark?
Sure, Susan.
Did you want these lyrics up in the chat again, or?
Yes, that would be great.
Okay.
Okay, why isn't this working the way I want? Don't worry, I'll do it. It will be okay. Okay, Mickey, here you are. Okay, so Mickey, can you see it?
Yes, yeah, and I've got it I've got it on my phone
Okay,
as well.
so read me your word cluster for San Diego.
Oh, my word cluster. Okay, I love San Diego, and here we go. We have the Hotel del Coronado. We have the world famous zoo. We have
Yeah.
a safari park. We have Top Gun.
What is Top Gun other than a movie?
It's actually the NAS Miramar. It's the Navy Air Station
Oh, okay, great.
known as Top Gun.
Okay, I like that.
Petco Park, where the Padres play.
All right.
The Battleship Midway.
Ooh, okay.
It's only 13 miles to Mexico.
Very good.
We love fish tacos.
Uh-huh.
We've got lots and lots and miles of beaches.
Okay.
And we've got cruise ships.
Okay. So you were doing really, really good, Mickey. Until you got to miles of beaches and cruise ships, because there's lots of other places that have miles of beaches and cruise ships. So if we want to be like, really good, it has to be places like the Midway, the battleship, because that's
Gotcha.
only, yeah. But so
Okay.
what's the name of a beach in San Diego?
Ocean Beach, Pacific Beach,
Yeah, Pacific.
Imperial Beach.
Yeah, miles of ocean beach and miles of beaches like Ocean Beach. And yeah, you would just do,
Okay.
yeah, but
Okay.
that's great. Okay, let's do Willow Farms. You did you do the whole thing? Wait a minute. No.
Well, I didn't do the whole thing. I
Oh,
didn't.
that's okay.
I ran out of time. It was hard for me. I was going through a childhood memory of going to the neighborhood farm stands where we grew up in farmland.
Yeah, where is Willow Farms?
Puyallup, Washington.
Okay. When did you move?
Uh, oh gosh. I grew up there and went to high school there. And the second I graduated from high school, I moved to Seattle.
Okay.
It was like,
I
get
don't
me
blame
to a
you.
big city because I'm in a little farm town.
Yeah. Okay, let me sing it, okay?
Okay.
Because I want to make sure it sings.
Okay.
Willow Farms, the morning breaks with birds and butterflies. The mountains glow with golden sunbeams o'er the land. Day has started out so very grand. Grab it with both hands. The growers rush to fill the stalls with roots and vegetables. Ripe red berries sparkle neath the morning dew. Hope to grab a hand pie or two. Fresh baked just for you. Willow Farms stands ever brilliant in my mind. Might just be that you will find your bliss. Well, I digress. That's all I've got. Great. I love it.
Yeah, I kind of fell
Really
apart
good.
there in but
No, I
but
like it.
I hope I made a little movie that you could see.
Yeah. I like your alliteration with birds and butterflies. The mountains glow as golden sun glow and golden or the land. By the way, alliteration is good. Does anybody know why alliteration is good? There's a technical reason. Anybody? Well, the reason is because you don't have to move your mouth when you're a singer. So once you go birds and butterflies, you can keep your mouth pretty much in place. It's easier to sing. So
Uh-huh.
alliteration is a good thing. Yeah, I like it a lot, Mickey. Great.
Thank
I'll
you.
give you an A.
Oh, thank you so much.
Passing out A's today. Okay. Okay. Roger, let's go.
The 10 things I'm in Bologna at the moment, so I did that, Bologna, Italy.
Okay, just give them to me.
Porticos, which
Mm,
are, does everyone know what they are? Yeah.
yeah.
Chicly dressed Italians, fresh hand rolled pasta,
Mm,
Lambrusco sparkling red wine,
mm,
aperitivo happy hour,
mm.
old medieval buildings, double cheek kissing,
Wait a minute, what's that?
they kiss on both cheeks, double
Oh, yeah,
cheek, uh, baffled tourists,
yeah.
and jazz.
Okay, well, jazz,
Yeah,
a little generic.
little
Baffled
generic. I
tourist.
was just thinking the Italians, actually, there's quite a history of them appreciating jazz, the Italians and the French,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't put it very well. Yeah.
Well, so what's the history with jazz in Italy?
So it's a bit like France. So in the 50s, I think a number of musicians moved over here. They toured a lot, and I guess there was a bit of racism in the US at the time, so they felt a bit more at home. And
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know too much about it, but
cool.
yeah.
Very good. So did you do, what song did you pick? I forgot what I gave you.
This was a song like a movie,
Oh, good. Yeah.
and because being tourists, I didn't have as much time as normal, so I actually had a song I had which I've tweaked a bit.
Okay.
It's called Into the Sun.
Pretty.
Let me tell you that it crossed her mind that there was no way back. She walked out the door and her life changed track. More money than she'd ever seen, so much money, laundered clean. It could buy the things she lacked. Was just another day with bills and rent and hell to pay. At least she had a job, even though the job she had was working for the mob.
Mm.
Let me tell you, when she saw the cash she was supposed to stash, she knew she could be free. Knew that this could be her lucky break, knew the chances she would have to take, her opportunity. Straight into the sun, the lap of luxury, but always on the run. Who would ever think that she could up and simply disappear in just the blinking of an eye? Let me tell you how she plays the game, moves around a lot and changed her name, a little plastic surgery. Now and then she meets a stranger's eyes. Does he see through her disguise? Is it time again to flee? Some nights are slow. She walks down to a beach somewhere in Mexico. Things on her mind, thinks of the family and friends she left behind. Now she's run into the sun.
Ooh,
Wow.
gee, that's a great little story.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I really like it. God, it's so different for you. And I like it a lot. It is like a movie. You know, it was real cool. Yeah. So it's got a melody, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I could tell just the way the scansion was so good. I like the way you begin your verses. What, it was cool. Yeah,
I
I
like
like it.
that it's about a woman, actually, because, the rogue element is usually, kind of a bad guy kind of thing, but what
Yeah.
she's pulling all that off is really, really a good thing. I like that.
I think it's really cool. Okay. A, give you an A, Roger.
Thank you, man.
Yes. Okay. Real good. Susan, why don't we go to you because you were next. Are you going to put yours in the chat though?
I did.
Oh, you did already. Oh, I did. Yeah, that's right. I don't have my chat.
So I did get through it, and I sure enjoyed this.
Susan, I don't see you in the chat.
Did you send it?
It's at the very. Oh, is it that thing again? I'm sorry. I think I did that once before, didn't I? Hang on, everybody.
That's okay. Cool.
The reason well, it's giving me a notice that something, I don't know. It's in the chat. The chat. Everyone who can see your message.
I don't see it.
Oh, I'm so sad. I wish you could all see this.
Well, read it slowly.
Okay, I got it all queued up to start on the right note. We'll see how I hold up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I want to preface this. It's titled Arkdale We, and that's Arkdale, Wisconsin. And I
Okay.
would go Arkdale Wi, but nothing rhymes with wi. And this is, let's see, I'll just sing it.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Arkdale, Wisconsin is a super place to be a kid. With corny fields, barns all filled with cows and crows. In winter time it snows and snows till the earth is froze. Playing hide and seek among the waving stalks of corn. Laughing, running fast while being poked and scratched. You must always watch your back or you'll break your nose. That really blows. Midwest stalks and silken ears, what a surprise. How the days and years have all flown by. I cringe as I recall. Our little cabin in the cornfield wasn't rodent-proof, and just the sight of them would make my mother scream. The little beasties were about to freeze at -10 degrees. Ah, that's the interlude. Ah, ah, ah. Wisconsin snow, ice and cold will make you cry. Going to the John, you'd think you'd die. In thoughts I'm taken back. For wooden heat, my father built a metal fireplace, a larger version of a house that's meant for birds. Although he felt quite proud, it was absurd. Yes, it was absurd. Arkdale, Wisconsin leaves me feeling quite uncomfortable. I think I might have got the short end of the stick. But then, as a kid, it was a kick. So I won't complain, I'd go again. Midwest corn of sunny gold is in my heart. Ripe and sweet and warm for just a start. I stop and I think back. On Wisconsin, you are the playground of my youth. Full of leaner days and bitter truth. Arkdale we.
All right. Wow, Susan, you great. It was great. Your prosody was great. You know, your marriage of the word to the melody. And you sort of let me in on something with this song. You know, I've always said Penny Lane starts with Penny Lane, you know, which is actually setting it up to be an AABA song, right? But it's a verse chorus song. But the way you do it, you do your first chorus as a bridge because you don't put the title in your chorus, your first chorus. And you switch up your choruses, you put in new lyrics each time you hit the chorus. And you put it right, and you put in the title sometimes, and sometimes, well, just on the first one, you don't do it. So in a way, you treat the chorus like a bridge, but I think it's very neat. Does everybody get what I mean? So the definition of a chorus is you put the title in. That's number one. You want to put the title in the chorus, and you repeat it probably. But you treat it more like a bridge where you continue your story, and you also sometimes don't put the title in, you put the title in a different place. So it gave me, in a way, melodically, it is sort of like an AB song, ABAB song rather than a verse chorus song. So, but I thought it was real neat. Okay, it's so good. I think you should turn it into a song to get another melody for it. And I think it would be pretty easy for you. Maybe stay away from it for a month and then just put a new melody to it.
Well,
You know, what?
I kind of had my own little inside joke on it. I was going to say, I'm going to record this on my upcoming album titled Don't Stop Me If You've Heard This Before. And I'm kind of serious about that because, you know, those other ones that I did, you know, including Call Me, and I've got, you know, a couple more. I don't want to do a cheeky album, but they've been so much fun. And this one is really a true life story. I really got a kick out of spinning the story because it all holds up under, you know, the experience that is Arkdale, Wisconsin. So, for me.
And you also did some really interesting things in phrasing, like the way you started the song, you sort of made the Arkdale, Wisconsin fit, but it was cool. You know, you phrased it where it fit. So yeah, really good. And I loved all of your high notes. I thought they were funny in a way.
And
But
I'll
good.
get, I'll either, I'll send, do you want me to send you the lyrics for any reason?
Yeah.
Okay,
Everybody
I
send
can't,
me the lyrics. Everybody send me your lyrics. Okay, I give you an A. The third
thank
A.
you so much.
Okay. You're welcome, Susan. Okay, Megan. Let's do it.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay, so I had a lot happen this week, so I'm
Okay.
not probably going to get the A that you're
Oh,
passing out so freely.
I know.
However, I did do
Wrong for me.
some.
What?
So for the
What question?
diagram thing that I chose beach trails,
Okay.
and I have paw prints, waves erasing, sand everywhere, driftwood morphing into crafts, stars in the sand, heavy pockets, and that's all I got so
That's
far for
good.
that. And
I like
then
that.
so I grew up in a small farming community called Eglon Road or Eglon. And the very beginning of it is Eglon Road. I did not live on Eglon Road, but I drove on it every time I went home.
Okay.
Um,
I
and I
will.
didn't finish it, but this is what I have so far. And I
Okay.
have more bits and pieces written and in my brain, but they're not in form just yet. So,
Okay.
um, on Eglon Road there lives a farmer who knows histories of every house and every parcel in the town, and all the families' ups and downs, all the kings and clowns.
Hmm.
Past the cow fields is a schoolhouse where kids used to learn, and apron strings tied antsy children to their chairs
Hmm.
to keep the teachers clear from growing gray hairs and blurting swears. Eglon Road is living on and on in style. Winding roads are traipsing through my fragile mind that races on and on. Anyway, that's what I have so far. But there's
Cool.
more to it with like the farmer who sits at the boat launch often and talks to passersby,
Mhm.
um, and is kind of a philosopher and theologian. And then the schoolhouse now is a community center, and
Mhm.
you walk in and it's still in all the same style. They keep, they try really hard to just maintain it and not
Mhm.
update it as much. Um, and it's the community center where they hold their monthly meetings, and you walk in and like the the old coffee smell
Mm.
that's like embedded in the floors and the walls just like permeates your body. And I don't
Yeah.
know, it's just nostalgic for me because I grew up there and I grew up going to those meetings, and now I'm going as an adult. And yeah, so anyways, I will continue working on it and email it to you when I'm done.
All right, Megan. I give you an A. It
Oh,
sounds really
thank
good.
you.
Yeah, I like it. You've got it all in your mind, so that's
Yeah,
great.
it's there.
Yeah, it was great. Everybody's got your scansion. Everybody's scansion is so good. When I do this at UCLA Extension, these kids don't know the melody and they don't learn the melody, and then they drives me crazy. So thank you for knowing the melody. Helps me. Okay. Who have I left out? Oh, Cindy, I'm sorry. Okay, let's do it. Rocket ship to the moon. It just appeared. I love it. Okay, read
Moon.
it.
So my words: blast off, orbit, atmosphere, stratosphere, trajectory, capsule, lunar module, moon rocks, dark side, and exploration.
Oh, beautiful. Everything's great. Okay, love it.
All right. And so my song
Yeah.
I wrote about the street I grew up on. And we were pretty much free range kids. So that's what my song's about.
Oh, okay.
On Brixton Lane, suburban families moved in one by one, and all their kids were free to run and play outside. Riding bikes on wheels they modified, sounding amplified. Down by the creek, they searched for tadpoles, toads, and terrapins. and sometimes spied a salamander in the muck. But to capture one required luck, hardly ever done, still such fun. Brixton Lane, where childhood met a life carefree. Skipping rope or climbing up a tree, deep in my memory, the Tower Field inspired a world of possibilities. As little girls created endless clover chains, from buttercups your fate they could obtain, like a weather vane. A fringe of woods provided endless opportunity, where older boys built tree forts worthy of a king, and parents never ever knew a thing. Life was storybook, off the hook. Brixton Lane, where childhood meant a life carefree. Making friends, discovering how to be deep in my memory. On summer days, they set up sprinklers or a slip and slide. A would-be Tarzan tied a rope swing to a tree. As roller skaters plied a special key, fun was all for free. And in the evening came the hunt for blinking fireflies, dodgeball, Red Rover, tag, and always hide and seek. Good humor's bell promised a frozen treat. At the streetlights glow, time to go. Brixton Lane, where childhood meant a life carefree. Skipping rope or climbing up a tree, deep in my memory. Brixton Lane, where childhood meant a life carefree. Skipping rope or climbing up a tree. Brixton Lane.
All right. Very good. I want you to read it because I missed some stuff.
Okay.
Oh, but before I say it, there's one thing I want you to do, and this is for everybody too. So I want you to put this song in first person. So do it right now do it in first person right now. Just your first verse. Sorry.
Okay. On Brixton Lane, suburban families moved in one by one. Well, that's kind of hard. And as a kid, I was free to run and play outside.
No, what was your original one?
And all the kids were free to run and play.
And all us kids.
All us kids.
Yeah. Okay.
All us kids were free to run and play outside, riding bikes on wheels we modified.
See, it's better. It's not at a distance. You're involved. And remember this, it's always, I'd say 9 times out of 10, it's always better to be in the song than commenting upon the song.
Okay.
Even though the Beatles didn't do that in this song, it was, it was a movie for them. But when you were doing it, I just said it would be so much better if you're involved in this. Okay, so just read it now. I mean, you don't have to.
Okay, I'll go to the next part.
Okay.
Down by the creek, we searched for tadpoles, toads, and terrapins, and sometimes spied a salamander in the muck. But to capture one required luck, hardly ever done, still such fun. Brixton Lane, where childhood meant a life carefree, skipping rope or climbing up a tree, deep in my memory. The Tower Field inspired a world of possibilities. We little girls created endless clover chains. From buttercups, our fate we could obtain, like a weather vane. A fringe of woods provided endless opportunity, where older boys built tree forts worthy of a king. Our parents never ever knew a thing. Life was storybook, off the hook. Brixton Lane, where childhood meant a life carefree, making friends, discovering how to be, deep in my memory. On summer days, we set up sprinklers or a slip and slide. A would-be Tarzan tied a rope swing to a tree. we roller skaters plied a special key, fun was all for free.
Mhm.
And in the evening came the hunt for blinking fireflies, dodgeball, red rover tag, and always hide and seek. Good humor's bell promised a frozen treat. At the streetlights glow, time to go. And then the rest is just the same
Yeah,
bridge.
cool. Okay, so somewhere, I think it's in your courses, say my childhood instead of whatever you said. My childhood. I think it's in the chorus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Does everybody get that? Always make it personal. It generally makes it better. You know, Cindy, it's wonderful. And if you want to turn it into another song, what you'd have to do is change the choruses a little bit, make it a different chorus. But it's really good, really, really good.
Thank you.
Sometimes, occasionally, you get it out, it stops just a little, I'm talking like 10%. It stops being conversational. It gets a little, I had to think about it for a minute. And
Too descriptive.
yeah, it's descriptive and it's yeah. So always err toward the conversational.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a couple of times.
Okay.
But the thing you do great is you've got some great lines. I love the storybook line. Off the hook. I think that's really good. I love that. There's a lot of it in there. I really like it. A. So everybody got
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, it's really good. You guys are great. Any questions about this? Word clusters. Okay. You don't have to do a word cluster before every song, but if it's a song that has a world, you know, like One for My Baby has a world, Lazy Afternoon has a world, Bad Leroy Brown has a world, you know, Minnie the Moocher has a world. Maybe we'll do a word cluster so you can fill in the details of that world. Okay. Okay. So next week we're going to do a little, I don't like to use the word, I will, midterm, like a little test. So I want us to go through some things. So okay. So I think, Roger, you're going to remember this. So Roger, when we're talking about rhyming, and I say to one of the students here, give me a double rhyme, what should be the first thing the student does?
First thing.
I think I've said this a few times.
Okay.
Does anybody remember? Go on.
Or take the word and then sort of go through the alphabet, like.
Yeah, that's how I rhyme. Yeah, I take my
Yeah.
fingers and I go through the alphabet. You know, if I'm doing able, Babel, cable, dable, fable, gable, you know, I literally go up my fingers. That's the first thing I do. But okay, if I want to come up with a double rhyme, anybody know what's the first thing I do? Oh, good. I'm glad you don't know. Okay, I'm glad I mentioned this. You come up with a 2-syllable word. That's the first thing you do. Okay? And all you have to do then is rhyme the 2-syllable word. So if you've got bitter, Mickey, what rhyme bitter?
Glitter.
Yeah, got it. Okay, that's all you've got to do. So don't get upset when I say do a double rhyme. Just come up with a 2-syllable word and then rhyme it. Okay? Megan, rhyme, give me a double rhyme.
Double trouble.
Bubble trouble? What did you say?
Double trouble.
Double.
Or
Trouble.
bubble trouble, you know.
Yeah. Trouble, bubble trouble, stubble. I have a new song that I use the word stubble. I really like ubble. It's good to rhyme ubble. Yeah. Okay, good. Susan, give me a masculine rhyme, a one rhyme. A one rhyme. No? Oh, I'm glad I asked you. Okay, good.
Short port.
Yeah, cool.
Why is
It's
that
what
masculine?
syllable?
Why is
Short
that masculine?
port.
Why is that?
Port.
Why is that masculine?
What, Susan? What did you say?
Why is that masculine?
Because one rhymes are called masculine. I don't know.
Okay.
They've always been called masculine. Double double rhymes are called feminine, but now they're saying more. I think, I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. They don't do it as much as they used to. It used to be in Stephen Sondheim's day. He would never say one rhyme, double rhyme. He'd say feminine rhyme for a double rhyme,
Oh,
or masculine rhyme for, and then a triple rhyme. Okay, Roger, what should you do when I say to you, give me a triple rhyme?
To come up with a word with 3 syllables.
Got it. So, larceny.
Arseny? No.
Larceny. I just came. It's not so hard to rhyme. Not so easy to rhyme. Larceny.
Arson plea.
I think you can. Okay, so everybody knows that you don't have to have it make it one word. So larceny can be rhymed with Barbary, or come to me, even, but it's not. Then it's not a triple rhyme. Barney. Okay, that's a hard one. Let's forget that one. A triple. Mickey, give me a triple rhyme. Start with a 3-syllable word.
Syncopate,
Syncopate.
appreciate,
Appreciate. Sing. Yeah, appreciate. Yeah, okay, I'll go for it. Good. Cindy, give me a double rhyme.
Bitter and quitter.
Okay, good. I like it. Okay. Megan, give me a triple rhyme. Ooh,
Frickery, stickery.
good. What's frickery? I like it though.
Trickery.
Trickery.
Yeah. And stickery.
What's stickery mean?
you fall
Well,
into a raspberry bush.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little bit Seussian, but
No, I
people
know,
know what
I
you
like
mean.
it. I like did you mean by that he sort of makes up words?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did Yip Harburg, in The Wizard of Oz. He made up words. I mean, he loved to
Yeah.
make up words in everything he ever wrote. Yeah, I love making up words. I don't do it enough. I like making up words. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay. A question, Cindy. When I talk about an inner rhyme, what do I mean?
An inner rhyme
An inner rhyme.
is a rhyme within the line. So
Yes. Yes. So it rhymes within the line. So you're the top, you're the Mona Lisa, you're the top, you're the Tower of Pisa, you're a melody, you're a symphony, well, let's look at You're the Top. I wanted to show you You're the Top anyway. So let's look at You're the Top. So I'm gonna share. And then I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna do Google. Okay, You're the Top. Okay, so remember when I told you in an AABA song, there's something known as the verse? Well, there is a verse to this song. And so at words poetic, I'm so pathetic. So I guess that's an inner rhyme. Poetic, pathetic. So that's a verse. That's the setup of the song. Okay. So if you're going to make for your assignment this week, so you're the top, you're the Colosseum, you're the top, you're the Louvre Museum. What kind of rhyme is that? Seum and Zeum. Anybody?
double rhyme.
Double rhyme. Yeah, it is. You're a melody from a symphony by Strauss. What's that called?
Triple.
No. Well, it's imperfect triple.
Yeah.
But I call it a
Inner rhyme.
inner rhyme melody from a symphony by Strauss. It's an inner double, it double rhymes with an inner. It's an inner rhyme, and it's there. It's double. It's a double rhyme. Okay. You're a Bendel bonnet, a Shakespeare sonnet. What's bonnet and sonnet?
A double rhyme.
Double.
You're Mickey Mouse, which rhymes with Strauss. Let me tell you another thing about rhyming. The best rhymes are rhymes that are the farthest apart as you can imagine. And what's farther apart from Richard Strauss than Mickey Mouse? You know? So that's why it's so good, you know. So once again, Pisa, Lisa, that's a double rhyme. I'm a worthless check, a total wreck, inner rhyme, a flop. But if baby, I'm the bottom, baby and bottom is what?
Alliteration.
Yeah.
The alliteration, you're the top. Okay, so that's your rhyme scheme. So it's quite a little tight rhyme scheme. You've got to get double rhyme, inner double rhyme, double rhyme, double rhyme. Then Strauss, you got to, the end of that line, you've got to rhyme with mouse. And Pisa, Lisa, you know, so there's a lot of rhyming here. So in those days, and with Sondheim and in musical theater, all of this fancy kind of rhyming is looked upon with a lot of, you know, that's what they aim for. Okay, so rhyming, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna mention all those things in the test. Okay. How about form? So Megan, give me 3 things that you need to do in your first A section in an AABA song. Three things you need to do. There's millions of things you need to do, but
Yeah. You need to say, you need to address your audience. Like,
yeah.
well, I guess that's more what you think about when you're going to be writing the piece is who are you talking to?
Oh,
And
that's fine. Who are you talking to? That's good.
yeah, you want who you're talking to, what you're talking about,
Good.
and not necessarily a where, but maybe a or a when.
Yeah.
What was the other? Yeah, okay.
Where? You know, where sometimes where and when are not stated in the lyric.
Right.
But here's my little thing. When I write a song, and I'm being really smart, and I'm not always smart when I'm writing a song, I try to think where I am. Because if you're in bed with somebody in the song and you're singing to them, you're going to talk differently than if you're in the kitchen. So I go, you know, if I'm in a love song, I go, am I in a dinner party? You know, are we having a romantic dinner? Or are we in bed? We just made love? Or are we walking along the cliffs of Dover? You know, where are we? All of that gives you fuel to write, you know? Is it cold? You know, it's very much like acting. You know, like when you're in an acting class, they said, where are you? You know, what are you trying to accomplish? You know, what just happened? Here's another thing which I don't always talk about. What just happened before you start singing this song? You know, like in Hit the Road Jack, you know, I always mention that song, Ray Charles. What happened? I guess she caught him cheating with a woman, you know. Once again, she caught her, or maybe she found a note in his pocket. So those are all good questions to ask. Let's see. Okay, so Susan, give me some more things you need to do in an A.
Include the title of the song.
That's the number one thing. Yeah. Well, the number one thing probably is setting the story in motion. Set up the story. But where do you put the title? And Cindy, what lines of the song in an A can you use to put in the title?
Either the
Yeah.
first line or the last line,
Yeah,
A section.
that's good. Any other things I need to put in my A section, Cindy, that haven't been mentioned?
Well, who it is that's doing the speaking?
Yeah, okay, good. Who are you singing to? Anything else? There's two other things I can think of. Anybody?
So what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, there's three things. What
Are you-
are there's two other things?
Are you setting up the rhythmic pattern?
Yeah, the scansion. So the
That's
scansion is the length of the line and the stresses in the line are the rhythm of the line. Yeah. Setting up the scansion and setting up the
Rhyme scheme, yeah.
Thanks. So here's the deal. When I've written my song and it's not working, which happens a lot. I always know that it's probably the basics that have tripped me up. Maybe I'm not clear on who I'm singing to. When I ask you, and I'm going to always ask you, who are you singing to? And you go, them, the great you. Yes, sometimes you are singing to the great you, but it's better if you're singing to your sweet husband or your little girl or your dead mother or something, that you got a specific person you're singing to. It's better. So it's always the basics most of the time that trip us up. Okay. So, okay, good. What do we do in the next A? Let's say there's two A's before we get to the bridge. Mickey, what do we do in the next? Do we do anything different? What do we do?
We repeat the title.
Yeah,
Repeat the title.
yeah, that's good. We repeat a lot of stuff. We repeat the scansion. We repeat the rhyme scheme if possible. We repeat who's singing, who they're singing to, the tone of the song. If you set up a tone like Stardust has this very specific tone, which is sort of poetic. I hate to use the word poetic, but it is poetic. And if you suddenly get very non-poetic, that's not good. You have to keep it. You have to keep going. There's one thing you do have to change though. Except for Roger, does anybody know
The words you're rhyming?
That's good. Yeah, I'm not crazy if you're doing A rhymes, stay, day, play. Yeah, in the next day, don't do that. Do, ite rhymes or do, iter rhymes or something. Yeah, change your rhyme scheme. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, what you do. Anybody? One different
Develop the story further.
Yeah, you further the story. So this is what I do, and it really helps me. I think of writing a song like telling my friend a story. So I see my friend, I've got my computer right in front of me, the big computer screen. And then right beyond the computer, I speak the lyrics of the song to my imaginary friend. And anything that sounds like it's not conversation, I change when it starts getting non-conversational. So it's my story that I'm telling. I'm telling them. So if I just met this great-looking guy, I'll say he came to my door and he had on these great boots and a cowboy hat, and he had this tattoo of a heart on his arm, and he asked me, is it okay if we go to Catalina Jazz Club to see Mark Winkler? And I said, oh yeah, I love Mark Winkler. And then that's A. So in the next A, you don't say, he has a tattoo of a rose on his arm. You don't say he wants to take me to Catalina, see Mark Winkler. You don't repeat anything. You give us new information. Sometimes new songwriters, young songwriters, put too much information in their first A and maybe need to spread it out a little bit. Sometimes you give us the whole thing in the first A. Don't. Okay? So sometimes there's just too much information and you go, I have nothing left. You know. That happens sometimes. I can't what are you doing what are you doing your next day? But you wanna continue the story. Okay. Okay, so that's what you do in the next day. Okay, we get to the bridge. Megan, what do we do in the bridge? Give me 3 things you do in the bridge.
You change up a lot of things.
Yeah, like what?
Well, you change up your melody.
Yeah,
You can change either who you're talking to or who you are, like the perspective.
yeah.
Um, and
How many did you give me? You gave me 3, I think.
did I?
I don't know. Who you're talking to, your
Or yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Who are you talking to? Who what uh the perspective
yeah.
and the melody.
Okay, great. Anybody else have more things you can do in the bridge?
You could change the rhythm of the words.
No, you could, you should. Don't keep change it. It's one of the great things you need to do when you're writing lyrics is be conscious of making the rhythms different in each section so that each section is identifiable. Because the worst thing is when we hear a song and we don't know where's the A or where's the B, and we're sort of it's a mush. We want it to be. It's great when it's not. And you want to rhythmically build the end of the bridge into the last A. You want to build it. So it's the laughter we remember whenever we remember the way. Oh no, I'm sorry. Can it be that it was also simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? If we had the chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Could we? Ba 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 ba. It goes right into memories. So it's fast, and then it goes. So it's like shorter notes, and then it goes to a long note. So it's good. And even though you're not writing the melody, you're helping the melody writer by doing things like that. Okay. Yeah, Susan.
So you could be you declare something, or you digress, or you contemplate, but there's like the bridge is really just like the goal, the nugget, and all the A's are there, but it just seems like the bridge is just everything spins off of the bridge. It feels like to me.
I love writing bridges because there's a lot of freedom in writing a bridge, whether it's the nugget. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just philosophically thinking, is it the nugget?
Yep.
And don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, and with bridges also, in a lot of songs, volume comes into play. So very often, the bridge is where you can really be emphatic, like highly expressive.
Yeah, I agree. You also can put the philosophy of the song in the bridge. One of the little things I like to do is I like to make the bridge a movie. So let's say the rest of the song isn't a movie. I like to make the bridge a movie. And I like to have the camera come in close. That's just something I like to do. It's nice. You can also make the bridge a laundry list. If the rest of the song isn't a laundry list, it's fun. I just did that in a new song. Bridges are great. Okay, then you go to your last day where you complete your story. Keep your scansion, keep your rhyme scheme, change your rhyme you know, if you've got A's, you know, change it up. And that's it. Okay, so that's AABA. Okay, what's a verse in an AABA? What does the verse do?
It kind of sets things up. It's almost like a recitative before the
That's right.
song. And sometimes I've even seen it done in the middle of a song.
Yes, I like that. I mean, that's an arrangement. You know, generally it's the placement of it is the beginning, but it's fun when you put it in the middle sometimes. It is.
You find it a lot in French music.
Oh,
Well, you talked earlier about I Wish You Love, which is a song that was written in French that
right.
has two verses, one before it starts and then in the middle. And so does La Vie en Rose also has two verses.
Oh, that's that's interesting. So in the English version of I Wish You Love, they only do the first one. Goodbye, no use leading with a chance. They don't do
Right. Yes.
Oh,
And in
that's
the French version, sometimes it's sung and sometimes it's not, but originally it would have been.
interesting. I like that. Okay, I didn't know that. Great. Cool. Any questions about AA? Oh, so yeah, it's like a recitative introduction of the song. There are some verses that aren't good. I found one I didn't like. And wait a minute, what's the song? Wait a minute. It's Wonderful. I don't like the verse to that. He was actually being very Yip Harburg. It's Ira Gershwin was doing it. Do you know the verse? Anybody know the verse to that? No? Okay, let's look at it. It's fun. Okay, hold on. I will share. Yeah, I was producing this girl, and she was doing this song, which I like. It's wonderful. It's a lovely song. And she was trying to do the verse and really having a hard time doing it. Okay. Let's hope they have this. Yeah, no?
Yeah.
Okay. No, this is different. That's different.
It's a different verse.
Yeah. That's wild. Wonderful. Yeah, okay, that's different. Wow. Wow. That is interesting. Let's see what this one is. Yeah, this is the one I hate. Okay. Don't mind telling you, in my humble fash,
Oh yeah.
that you thrill me through with a tender
With your
passion.
tender passion.
When you said you care, imagine my emotion. I swore there and then, permanent devotion. Okay, so to do this song, so first of all, this is a direct ripoff of Yip Harburg, who did stuff like this, but did it better. So you've got to have an attitude when you do it. I mean, you got to have fun. You can't do it straight. You got to do like you're playing around because he's playing around. Okay. But I don't like it. But if you do it, you got to have fun with it. Okay. That's that. Okay. Anybody heard anybody do it good? I don't know. Okay. It's sort of like trying to be very sophisticated, I think. 30s sophisticated. Okay. Why don't we, for kicks, do verse chorus? Mickey, I'm putting you on the spot. What do you need? What do you need to do in your first verse? Of a verse, chorus.
Oh,
Give me 3 things. You don't have to give me everything.
I guess you want to set things up where.
Yeah. Always. Although you don't have to say it.
I don't know. I'm a little lost here. Help me
Okay.
out.
Okay. So,
Mark, are you also referring to it's A-B, just?
yeah,
Okay, so verse chorus is I think that's what gets confusing, because we just talked about verse being this kind of
yeah,
like introduction thing, but A-B is what we're talking
yeah.
about.
Okay, so,
And verse chorus.
here's the deal about form and the different ways people refer to form. The reason I refer to the two forms in the way I do is because the verse in an AABA song has a totally different definition as the verse in a verse chorus song, right? In an AABA song, the verse is an introduction to the song. It has its own scansion, its own melody, and its own rhyme scheme. In a verse chorus, it's basically identical to an A. It tells you who's singing, who are they singing to, what are they trying to accomplish, setting up the story, setting up the scansion, setting up the rhyme scheme, setting up where you are, what time of day, this is all in your mind, the tone of the song. The only thing it doesn't have generally that an A in an AABA song has is what? Megan.
Oh,
What? Oh, Cindy, you can answer.
the title.
The title. It doesn't have the title. Why, Cindy, doesn't it have the title? Where does the title go in a verse chorus song?
In the chorus.
Yeah, because it's saving it for the chorus, the big chorus, where we can repeat it and make it melodic and hooky. So that's the great invention, of the 20th century in music, is not that it was I think it probably was invented at the end of the 19th century, but it came into prominence in 1954, the middle 1954, 1955, with rock and roll and all of that. That's when it became the predominant form, because it's hooky and it's repeated and it's easier to remember than an A, where you repeat it once. Okay? So when I say what's the verse, it's the same as an A, but it doesn't have the hook in it. I mean, the verse doesn't have the title. Okay, but I forgot to say one other thing. Things are referred to differently by different people. Yeah, a lot of people call the verse chorus A, B, A. That's perfectly fine, as long as you know the difference. Also, you may have noticed, and all of you, when you're with musicians and you're doing an AABA song, they'll say, let's get back to the chorus. Let's go to the top. Let's go to the chorus. Well, they're referring to the A as the chorus. Well, I do not refer to when I'm with musicians and they're saying that, I go, yeah, let's go back to the chorus. I don't want to tell them no. But so people call things different names. This is what I call these sections. But the bottom line is just knowing what each section needs to accomplish. Is that clear, Megan? Yeah. Okay. So, so the bridge is the same as the bridge in a bridge song, AABA song. But the form is, okay, so we're on verse chorus. So let's say we have a verse, we have another verse, we have a chorus, we have a verse. Can we have a bridge after the second verse? Cindy. So I'm doing AA, chorus. I'm sorry, verse, chorus, verse. Can we have a bridge after the second?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Megan.
I think you would want to wait until after you've had a chorus.
You got it. Yeah. The bridge comes after the chorus. If you put the bridge before the chorus, it's actually a pre-chorus. And it's not a good thing to do a pre-chorus without doing a pre-chorus after the first verse. So we'll talk about the pre-chorus in a minute. So where every section happens is important. So, you can't have, okay, here's another thing generally you can't do. You can't do verse, chorus, verse, verse. No, wait a minute. Yeah, verse, chorus, verse, verse, chorus. No, you can do verse, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, but it's generally not flipped around, because once you get into the song and the chorus starts happening, don't bore us, get to the chorus. That's what publishers like to say. By the way, okay, Susan, if you've got a great verse and you've got an okay chorus, is the song going to be a hit? Generally.
No,
No.
because the chorus is heavier.
The chorus is way heavier. And there's some songs that just have great choruses and you don't even remember the verses. They're just a great chorus. I don't know, tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. I don't remember. Well, it's a story song, so there's the melody doesn't matter in the verses. But anyway, generally in a song, it's the music, stupid. You can have the greatest lyric in the world, and if the music isn't good, the song ain't going to make it. The only exception is country western story songs. The music doesn't have to be that great. It can't be bad, but it doesn't have to be fantastic. Like Coward of the County by Kenny Rogers, I don't think has the greatest melody. I can't remember it. But the story is interesting. Okay, so those are the two major forms that we deal with in writing songs. Any questions? It's going to be on the test. Yeah.
Curious. So you mentioned country western songs,
Yeah.
and they tend to have the same, beat and predictability and all that kind of stuff. Blues are even more so. So I know we're not hazarding into the blues form, but it seems like everything's kind of hung on the same standard. Maybe not in modern blues music, if that's a thing, but
What do you mean? I don't get it, but tell me.
well, blues just really kind of just always stay the same, or even more so reggae. They're just, predictably their form is, the same pattern and everything. But
No. Reggae, the form is verse chorus, but it's the rhythm that stays the same. But the form, when I Shot the Sheriff, it's got I don't know what form it is. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot. Is there a verse, or is it just AABA? I don't know. But it's got either one of those two forms, but it's just the rhythm. Reggae is rhythm.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, subject matter, you could say, but it's the rhythm.
Yeah, so I guess my curiosity, or maybe my point might be, is that, man, there's been an awful lot of music hung on those kind of standard forms.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot. And
well, that's it. And the only other one which I haven't mentioned is folk, which is just A. There's no B. Blowing in the Wind. I mean, Tom Dooley, Tangled Up in Blue. That's all A. So,
cool.
Yeah. And that's like an A and an AABA song. It's got the title, The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind, So, yeah. And, Susan, what I have discovered in my 21 years of teaching is that form and your understanding of form and what each section must accomplish is really important, because that's what will speed your progress faster than anything in terms of writing a good song. But all of you guys are like way ahead of most people, so I'm not even worried about it. But knowing, being clear on the form and what each section must accomplish is very, very important. Megan, are you clear on everything? Any questions?
No, I think I'm good. I mean, I've got lots of questions, but
Give me a question, Joe. I'm tired of talking.
well, I have a lot of questions more in like music theory
Well,
realm.
maybe I don't know it, but maybe I know it. Oh, Roger can tell us. Roger's good. Okay.
Well, mostly I just need I need to take a class on that next.
Yeah.
Music theory.
Yeah. Okay.
Building chords off of lyrics. I I know that I could do it if I sat down and took the time, but I'm sure there's a faster way than me just like doing the math, you know? And
Yeah. Do you
that's
play an instrument?
I play very little piano. I have a strong uh basic theory knowledge
Uh-huh.
from being in band and choir
Oh,
throughout school. Um, but you know, once we get past just like the knowledge of the basics of chords, and I know about the circle of fifths and all of that, but
mhm.
I want to dive more into that
All right.
um soon.
So this is my unasked for advice to you. No, I'm sure you want my advice. Uh, Work with somebody who can do that. At
Okay.
the same time you're taking a music writing class, write with somebody who has that ability. First of all, I love writing with people. Uh, I mean, that's just, don't be frustrated, and I already know you can write good lyrics, or you're on your way to. So work with somebody who has that facility. First of all, you'll learn from the person and you won't be frustrated, and then you can take your classes. I'm not saying don't do that, but I'm just saying I always, why not jumpstart, whatever you're doing. But here's
And
the little,
where
yeah.
where might I find someone?
So
Where's
where
a good
are
place?
you? Where are you? I keep forgetting where you are.
Um, I'm in Kitsap County. It's the peninsula in Washington State.
So what's the biggest city near you?
I'm across the water from Seattle.
Okay, good. I'm glad you said that. That's good. Big city. Lots of
Ferry
songs.
right away.
Yep. Oh,
But yeah,
cool.
take the ferry right away. I look for a songwriting organization
Okay.
in Seattle. Look for open, put best open mic night in Seattle.
Okay.
And in my book, I talk about what my what do you call it? My philosophy that there's a place in Los Angeles called the Hotel Cafe, and it's sort of a songwriter's haven. And I remember, I guess 20 years ago when I was first starting, teaching, I went there, and it might have been even before that, because everybody was talking about this girl named Katy Perry, who was going to be a big star. So it doesn't, if you go to the place that is the big songwriters hangout, if you keep your ears open, you're going to find out who the big fish are in that small pond. And that's good. Then what I suggest you doing is go to their show, and then that will tell you what the kind of music they do if you want to even work with them. And then what I do, let's say there's 100 people who are going to be in the room. Before every set is usually, I don't know, 10 songs to 13 songs. I actually move to the front of the room and stand so that when their set ends, I am going to be there to say hi. And here's the little caveat. I make sure they're in a good mood. So when the set ends and they're I mean this, it's true. If they're scowling at their bass player or they're having a very lively exchange, I don't go up to them. But if everybody's high-fiving and they've just gotten a standing ovation or everybody's applauding wildly and they're smiling, I'll be the first one to say, I just think you're great. And can I send you one, MP3, or whatever. So that's how I do it. And it works, if they're in a good mood, if they're not, and I think I say it in my book. I go up to jazz musicians all the time. And if they have a really pretty melody I want to write to, I'll go up to them. And I did that with Joshua Redman. And what I didn't realize is that there was this really pretty girl in the front row. And when the show was over, he headed right to her and she headed right to him. And I was so intent upon talking to him, I butted in between. And it was not very successful on my part. Because, he was a younger man. This is a long time ago. He was a younger man. And, anyway, she was a pretty girl. So you got to be careful. So that's what I do. I would seek out open mic nights, find out the best place. You can go online and you can figure that out. And
Oh,
that's what I do.
awesome. Thank you.
There's something she could do, I think, to make it easier.
Yeah.
You could just start with the chord structure of a song and write your own melody to it.
Yeah.
It's just called a contrafact, and do that. And are you singing? Are you workshopping with anybody?
Well, so I work at a wine bar in a neighboring town. Michelle, it's Cellar Cat down by Kingston Ferry. If you ever come over, I'd love to say hi in person. Um, um, and I sing on Fridays and Saturdays with their piano bar. But before I worked there, about a year ago before that, I've just been, just kind of writing songs with melody and that's been fun, but I have one song that has chords that a friend who is an accountant um did that for me, but he's not really interested in doing a lot of that, so
You could ask
I
the
can't tell him right
pianist
now.
who accompanies you at
Yeah.
the open mic whether they could harmonize a song for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea because I know a couple of them have albums that they've done
Yeah.
that with. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
all
I've
right.
done that a million times. So yeah, you just find a piano.
Cool.
And it'd be good if you could give them a little bit of money,
Yeah, yeah.
So
Cool.
that's good. Okay, any questions? Well, I'm glad I'm glad I did all this because
Me too.
yeah, Susan.
The lyrics that didn't show up in the chat, just for everybody, you're limited to 1,000 words. So that's why they didn't go through. So anytime you're going to load something up, your word count will matter.
Yeah, thank you, Susan. Okay. No questions? Roger, have fun. I'm very envious of your homemade pasta. I hate you. I love pasta so much, unfortunately. But okay, Mickey, how are the Padres doing?
They won today. Yes. So it's the wild card. Cubbies won yesterday. Padres won today. So there's one more game. See who keeps going.
All right, all right. Everybody write great songs, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
Everybody.